Sports Talk with Elite Wagers.
Welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk with Elite Wagers. This is the Club World Cup breakdown for Group C. Obviously, we've done A and B over the past couple of days. Today's time for Group C. Just before we get into it, obviously, I want to give you all a little heads up on what's happening over here. So if you go over to my Twitter, there's a giveaway here. You can win one of 3 entries into this tournament right here. All you got to do is follow myself, like and retweet this tweet and comment free to be entered. Obviously, we've got 53 entered so far. Also, while you're on my page, you can click on my highlights and you can see my Group B preview there, my Group A preview there as well. And obviously, they'll all be continuing to add on, so you don't miss any. Turn notifications on as well. So let's get into Group C. Obviously, A and B done and dusted. Group C, you've got 3 notable teams. So you've got Bayern Munich, Boca Juniors and Benfica, all sort of known worldwide. Auckland City make up this group. So yeah, let's get into it. Starting off with Bayern Munich. They are the number 3 ranked team in this whole tournament, in this competition. They are also the most decorated German team in history. They've won 12 of the last 13 league titles in the last 13 years, so they're very, very dominant within Germany. Obviously, very well known for making deep runs into the Champions League as well. So European club competitions also very, very good. 32 goals for Bayern Munich this season. 32 goals conceded, so solid both ends of the ball. Obviously, defense is very solid, offense is very solid as well. So we're gonna start off with the star player for Bayern Munich, and in my opinion, and I think a lot of people will agree with me, that it's going to be this guy here, Harry Kane. He's one of the best strikers to grace the game. He won the German Golden Boot in back-to-back seasons. This year, he got 39 goals, 12 assists, and 42 starts across all competitions. 165 shots with 79 on target, which is obviously a solid return. And of those 79 on target, he scored 39, so a very, very good high percentage conversion rate. 9 goal contributions in the last 10 games for Kane as well. And he always gives Bayern, the best chance to win when he starts. Playing 2 lower-ranked teams within this tournament, obviously Boca Juniors and Auckland City. It will be good for sort of confidence and a good booster. But him playing Auckland in the first game, he could score 5 if he starts and plays the full game. It's one of those kind of games. But obviously he is with England at the moment, and he's expected to start both games for England. So with it being against Auckland, one of the lowest teams ranked in this competition, he may, there may be a little bit of a rotation. So obviously there always is a risk of rotation and things like that. But Harry Kane, star player, he's going to be on a lot of my teams that I've made up so far this season. The next player, the one to watch in my opinion, is going to be this guy here, Elise. I'm a big fan of Elise. Always been a very, very good player for club and country. Outstanding player this season, 17 goals, 19 assists and 42 starts for Bayern. 127 shots, 44 on target. So again, another good conversion rate for goal contributions and for converted shots into goals. The Bayern attack likes to pepper the goal. They like to have a lot of shots. Elise and Kane, obviously both solid options to contribute towards goals. Obviously, Kane scoring 39. And then obviously Elise assisting 19, which is huge, and adding another 17 goals as well. And then another guy I'm going to go for this team. We're going to go for their defense, and obviously with them playing Auckland first, I think it's time to put Stanisic in there as well. You could go Guerrero there, pay a little bit more, but I like Stanisic. It's an ideal spot for a defensive player playing against Auckland in the first game. He stepped in for injured players, and he's played well. He deserves to start the games that he's in. 4 clean sheets in the last 5 games for Stanisic. Obviously, cheaper valuation compared to others in similar position. If we just take off Bayern Munich here, he's 5.5 million. So if you compare him to sort of Nathan Ake up here, who should be starting for Man City, Huijsen there as well against Al Hilal, he has certainly got a better matchup than anyone in and around his price range. In my opinion, obviously he's got the better matchup, so that should be more points. 8 of the last 9 games he's played a full 90 minutes, so we should expect him to be able to stack up some points in terms of his playing points, time on the field, and hopefully some clean sheets as well. So the next team we're going to go to is Benfica, the number 17 ranked team in the world. Most decorated team in Portugal, 87 total titles in their history. They finished second in the league this year despite a solid campaign, 82 goals and 28 conceded. So again, another team that's solid on offense and solid on defense. Very early, they don't concede a ton of goals. Solid defensively, and again, I've got a few players in this team that I like. We're going to start off with their star player, in my opinion. We're going to start off with the star player, and that's Trubin. 5 million, which is a lower ranked, lower price range for a goalkeeper. It's an ideal spot for a goalkeeper, in my opinion, for this Benfica team. He's in very, very good form. 44 starts, 16 clean sheets, 104 saves, and he conceded 40 goals in total. He faced 40 shots in the last 10, and he saved 30. So he's going to rack up those points for saves. He's going to rack up those points for some clean sheets as well. He's playing 2 teams ranked in the lower end of the tournament as well, in Boca Juniors and Auckland. Obviously playing Boca Juniors first. Valued very nicely. Has decent matchups. Priced better than any other goalkeeper in and around his price range. Again, we move down to, we've gone past him. He's, Oblak 5.5. I think, who else we got here? Rossi there as well, another one. I'll bring him back. Romero, he's injured. Bono as well. So there's a lot of big names in and around him. And even if we look at sort of priced higher, Sommer, Oblak, Donnarumma, Sanchez, Neuer, he has the better matchups than all of those, in my opinion. So ideal value if you don't want to pay a premium for a goalkeeper. Obviously, saving that 1 million can be huge in this tournament. We're going to move on to a defensive player for Benfica as well. Obviously, like I said, it's an ideal opportunity for a goalkeeper. It's also an ideal opportunity for a defender, and there's no better defender than Otamendi. Mr. Consistent for Benfica. He played 45 games this season. He scored 7, assisted 2 as well, but he also has 20 clean sheets. He rarely misses time. He's played 90 minutes in 28 straight games for Benfica. The downside is he does have a bit of a temper. Obviously, those of you who remember him at Man City and things like that, he does have a tendency to be booked. And he did have 3 cards in the last 3 games for Benfica. So obviously that's one to watch out for. But again, valued very reasonably compared to other defenders within this tournament. Good matchup playing Boca Juniors and Auckland as well. So Otamendi, in my opinion, is a good shout. And then we're going to go for another one to watch for Benfica, and that's Pavlidis. Nice form this season. Second in the Golden Boot in the Portuguese league behind Gyökeres. 19 goals, 7 assists. 27 goals and 9 assists in 39 starts in all competitions. 13 contributions in the last 10 starts for Benfica. 119 shots in total with 57 on target. So again, another good conversion rate from shots on target to goals converted. It just solidifies the fact that he actually has a ton of opportunities to score goals. Priced slightly over the average, 9 million. Obviously, that's going to be due down to his goal return. He's a very solid goal return kind of player, and he is a high volume type of player as well. He has a lot of shots, but again, playing Boca Juniors, playing Auckland, he should be able to bag a few goals. and he's a very solid option for Benfica on their front line. Moving on to another team you might not have heard much about. You're not alone, I'm with you. Auckland City FC, 164th ranked team in the world. They have actually won 3 straight OFC Champions League titles, and they've actually won 10 in the last 12 as well. So within their respected area in the world, they are a very, very good team. 11 league titles since 2013 as well. They do have the ability to cause problems, but it may be too much to handle having to play Bayern Munich and Benfica. Even Boca Juniors as well is going to be a tough one for them. There isn't much stat findings for Auckland City, if I'm honest. I did manage to find sort of one to watch for them, and that's going to be this guy here, Zeb. He's priced at 5 million. But if you look at the team as a whole, the highest is 5.5 million, and I think that those two there are both injured. So there's not much I can say about this team or even Zeb herself. He's only got a handful of games for Auckland City that I can find. 3 goals in 5 games in the OFC Champions League for them. But respectfully, I don't expect Auckland City to be able to create much against 3 solid and tough teams. So I think we should just leave that one there, if I'm honest. And we'll move on to the final team within this group, and that is Boca Juniors, obviously widely recognised team around the world. Boca Juniors have won 18 international titles along with 52 domestic crowns, and that makes them one of the most successful clubs in South America. They finished second in the league this year. 24 goals, conceded 11 in 16 games. But if you go down this squad, they've built a squad on quality players, experienced players on the slightly older side. But you've got obviously Cavani there. You've got Ander Herrera there. You've got Rocco there. You've got Romero there. So a lot of very, very good players. Old, experienced, solid players, and coincidentally as well, those players that I mentioned, Romero, Rocco, Herrera and Cavani, all played for Man United at some point in their career, which is pretty strange. But I've got 2 players in mind for this team. I'm going to go for a star player and a one to watch. So star player for me is going to be their goalkeeper, and it's going to be this guy here, Marchesín. In for the injured Romero. He's playing well in his absence as well. 5 clean sheets in the last 10 games, but he's only conceded 7. Faced 37 shots on target and saved 30. So a very good sort of solid keeper. Doesn't concede too many. Again, similar to Trubin, a cheaper option for a goalkeeper. Playing against Auckland City shouldn't pose much of a threat. Benfica and Bayern will have a lot of chances, but again, could gain a lot of points through save opportunities as well. So he's a solid one to watch for Boca Juniors. And then I think it's rude if we don't go for Edison Cavani. Obviously, a very, very good, talented player. Played all around the world. And he's Boca's talisman. A huge name in South American football, obviously internationally and at club level. He has struggled a little bit with injuries this year, but he is a prolific goal scorer. He doesn't need too many chances. But obviously down to injuries, he hasn't got too many stats to look into, but 9 contributions in the last 19 games. But again, if you're going on a player who's slightly undervalued there, so 7.5 million, it's a good. Obviously, these front 3 here, it could be very, very lethal within this group. So having someone like Cavani to save a bit of money to help build out the squad could be key. And obviously, if you go back to the history of Cavani, we all know he can score a lot of banger goals as well. But in conclusion, for this group, another group that seems to be sort of a 2-horse race with Bayern Munich and Benfica. Bayern Munich, obvious favourites in this group. Benfica should be a close second. Boca Juniors could also cause problem within this group. Like I said yesterday with Palmeiras and Botafogo, there's a lot of South American teams that are often gritty and they're very tricky to play against, so they do tend to make a good run into these kind of competitions. But in terms of the order, I think this is going to finish. I think Bayern Munich 1, Benfica 2nd, Boca Juniors 3rd, and Auckland City 4th. I don't think there's too many surprises with that order. And my best bets for Group C, Bayern Munich to win the group at -200, which is 1.5, so a little bit juicy, but it's good as a parlay piece if you want to parlay that with pair that with another group winner. And then I'm also going to go for Boca Juniors to qualify. That's on the off chance that they do happen to beat Benfica. Obviously, I expect Benfica to go through, but I think Boca Juniors can cause a bit of an upset against. But a few problems for some of these teams. So that's me done for Group C. Group C breakdown is complete. Appreciate everyone for listening to these so far. Hopefully I've opened your eyes to some players and some names, a couple of these players here that you might not have heard of before, or you might have overlooked when looking for your teams. But yeah, hopefully I'm helping you all out pick your team. So appreciate everyone for listening. Don't forget to head on over to my Twitter. Go to the pinned tweet when this loads. Go to the pinned tweet. Enter the giveaway. Follow my account. Like and retweet the pinned tweet. Comment free, and then you'll be entered into the draw to win one of 3 tickets into this competition right here, the £15,000 prize pool competition. 53 entered so far. Keep joining, keep adding, get that prize pool and hopefully win some tickets to enter this competition. So appreciate everyone for listening. I'll be back tomorrow with Group D, so I'll see you tomorrow.